Hey guys, Marty Boots here. Just want to apologize first off. It's been a few days, quite a few days since the last time I made a video. Just had a crazy busy week, so I'm just getting around to doing it now. And this video is going to be about when is the alt market going to bottom? When will you know that the coins are bottoming and to buy them to the long side? So this is going to be a slightly educational video, and I just want to run you through a couple of tips. First off, well, we can see here Bitcoin, it's still fairly strong. We're into the height of the range here. I do foresee more consolidation here. That's my opinion at the moment. I mean, can we go a bit higher? Yes. I do see these highs getting taken out. It may take, a week or whatever. It may take some time. I see a bit of choppy action before we break out to new highs, in my opinion. But we'll see how that goes. I don't see it powering straight higher. I mean, it is possible, but I just see a little bit more chop here. Now that could change. We have to see here how it bases and stuff, but that's my initial thoughts. So, okay, altcoins. In CryptoCheck, in our group, in Discord there, we've been talking for months about how this, and I've got videos on this as well if you want to check out the alt storm video. And months ago I predicted that the altcoin market would get crushed in the alt storm and the BTC dominance would go. I had a final target of about, I think it was about $80. I need to recheck that target to be precise about it, but I said it was definitely getting up here to the 200 moving average, and that's what we need to look for a bounce in the altcoin market. So this is the first thing we need to be looking at, is in and around this red 200 moving average. We need to be watching for a rejection, and we get a rejection up around there, we can have a pretty sharp drop, and that could give the altcoins a very nice bounce. Now, depending on how that tops out, that will determine on the strength of the altcoin bounce. So with that said, that we are getting close to an altcoin. I'm not saying it's the bottom, but I'm just saying it's a bounce for now. So what do we need to look for in these coins? So this is a 1 hour chart, and I just want to start a very, very simple concept. How do you know it's going to bottom? How do you know the bottom is in? So let me run you through a few things first. You look at the drop. Okay, watch your drop. See, the drop is very important. Where is your last bottom before the drop? Your last bottom before the drop is right here. What happens? Can price break that bottom? No, it cannot flip the bottom. It cannot flip it. It tested, it failed. It could not do it. Okay, so where's the last big drop? This is your last big drop. What happened? Where is your final bottom before the big drop? Before it bottomed out? Right here. You can see it right here, and price fell right down. What happened? Price bounced, retested it. Bounced, didn't quite get there. Bounced, retested, failed, and fell lower. So we had a failure. We could not flip the resistance. We could not flip the resistance. Actually, sorry, let me keep going back a bit here. I just want to show you. Okay, what happened on this big drop? Now, this is why we got a big bounce here. This is why we got a big bounce. Where is the smaller time bottom? It's right here. This is your bottom. And what happened? Price was able to get back above that, and that allowed us to actually have a run and have a bounce, quite a substantial move. I mean, well, from the lows, I'm just doing it very rough here. This is a 1 hour time frame, guys. So I just want to show you. It's 15% bounce. So, that's nothing to be sniffed at. You put 10 grand on that, you make a grand and a half. That's all right. You put 20, 30 grand on it, you're making good money in a day or two. So, where is the main resistance? When price got back up, here is your main line in the sand. What happened? Price got back to resistance and it fell down. It broke the short-term resistance and fell down. We came back, tested it, fell, rejected, fell again. No, but the shorter term was achieved. We didn't even flip it. We just powered through it and away we went. But the main resistance here stopped us. Okay, if I keep going here, so where's your big drop? I mean, there's your big drop. Now, I mean, that is your resistance. We got nowhere near it. We didn't even get to retest. It was just, that's why we dropped so hard, is because the trend was so weak it could not even retest resistance. So this caused a substantial sell-off, and you can see what happened. It was just a crazy sell-off. So this is what I'm getting at. I want you to understand this and the importance of this. And these big spikes in here, these are all very choppy action. Now, I just want you to understand that concept. Now, if I bring you to Bitcoin, why did Bitcoin bottom? Sorry guys, I've got too many charts open again. I really need to close some of these. Why did Bitcoin bottom? And I've even got a line drawn here. Look at the lower highs, lower lows. Sorry, here's your low, here's your low, here's your low. But there is a base here. There's a base here. There's a base here, and there's a base here. Now, we did come down, and notice the strength of the trend. Look at the distance between this pivot and this pivot. It's huge. Now, the distance between this pivot and this pivot, it gets smaller. The trend to the downside is running out of steam. Now, look at this pivot to this pivot. It's even smaller again, or maybe equal to that. It's possibly equal, but it's not that much bigger. The trend is running out of steam to the downside. What happens on your last pivot? It's slightly lower. It's you know, it's just a fraction lower. You can see there. It's just God, I should have closed them charts. The computer's running slow. So the trend was run out of steam, and as soon as we got back above that, the trend was broke. The downside was broke because you have now got above your previous low, and the fact that there was no distance between these, it means that you're already kind of breaking the downside, and you're above the previous low. Now, what happened? Price moved up. I'm just going to move that to here, just so you probably understand it better. The base was here. That was your wick, and you do work off the wicks. It is important, but the base is your main resistance. That is your main resistance. Now, what happened? We broke that, so we flipped the resistance. Well, we didn't flip it yet. We broke and powered through the lower low, and price moved up. And what happened? Support became resistance. Resistance now became support. Now, that caused the bottom in the Bitcoin market. What happened? Yeah, we skyrocketed. We're up 300% or whatever it is. That is the bare essentials, guys, of reading a trend. I mean, I'm already 8 minutes into this video, and I could probably talk all day on it. But this is the bare essentials that you need to understand while reading a trend. So, very quickly, when is the altcoin market going to bottom? Well, it is basically that. When we can flip resistance, when we can put in a low. Is that a daily chart? God, my charts are just going too slow here. So it's when we can put a bottom in. You can see here, this base, we tested it, fell away. I showed you that on the early. This is a main line in the sand here. But obviously you want to get in way before it comes up here. But what we need, so at the moment, okay, let me just go down here. At the moment, this is our base, and somehow we need to flip that resistance or power through it. and then we can move to the upside. Now we need to watch here what happens. It looks like there's more downside at the moment. Now I do think we're getting fairly close because this dominance is on a weekly chart, but it's getting close to this 200 moving average. So you can see, notice the distance between the lows. This is just an example ONT. You know, I just picked a random chart, any chart you could use for example. The distance between here is getting smaller. Look at the distance to here, it's getting smaller. Now this could continue, don't get me wrong. It could continue, but you just need to watch for price to be able to flip the last base. And when price can flip the last base and bounce and move higher, then you will get the bounce. Now, do you know that's the bottom in the market? Well, that's hard to determine, but it's a short-term bounce at least, and you need to use the larger time frames for that. But that's it, guys. That is just how to read trend and how to look for a bottom in the alt market. And it can be a very helpful, it's very simple tip. You know, it's basic stuff, but it's people just don't understand basic stuff sometimes, and they don't maybe they don't realize it, or they were never taught it, or they just don't think about it, or whatever. But it's crucial. Sometimes the most basic stuff is the most important stuff. People forget that sometimes. Anyway, guys, that's it. 11-12 minutes for the video here. I hope the video helps, and I hope it was educational for everybody. And if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to join us in our Discord, we're in there every day trading and investing in there. We have a lot of good members in there, a lot of good traders, and we're killing it in there. So if you'd like to join us, hit us up on the link below for a 3-day free trial. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.